Welcome folks to another episode of T2 SMC Trader. So in this video, we are going to learn about FOLT, F-O-L-T, fear of losing trade. I know all of you are waiting for price action, but trust me, trading is not just for price action, it's also for psychology. In my opinion, price action is just 1%, 99% is psychology. So when we or most of us, actually the loser traders, we focus on price action, at the end of the day, we are the loser. We don't care about our psychology. We don't want to listen the psychological part. That's why I decided to make this video that will help you to understand about the fear of losing trade. In this video, first I will talk about the impact of fear of losing trade. Then I will talk why we fear of losing trade. At the last of the video, I will say how we can overcome the fear of losing trade. That means the FOLT. So guys, make sure that you have given me the likes. The reason is if you give me the like, it inspires me to make more and more videos. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe. So let's go to fear of losing trade. What is fear of losing trade? We have taken a trade. We are expecting that market is going to hit our target profit, but unfortunately it hits our stop loss. We start to get panic. We start to fear. After taking the entry, we start to fear, is it going to hit our stop loss? When market reverse against your expectation and it is very near to your stop loss, you started to take the pain. Is it going to hit your stop loss? Am I going to take this loss? This is called fear of losing trade. If I take a loss, what is going to happen? Oh man, that's really a very difficult situation for the beginners to avoid that part. But trust me, it is very important to avoid that part. Now, trading has two parts. First, psychology. Second, price action. As I told at my beginning, psychology is 99% of trading. 1% is price action. That means if you even don't know what is price action, you will be a profitable trader if you can do a perfect money management. Okay, then either way you will be a successful trader. The professional trader, they don't give that much attention to the price action comparing with psychology, because they know some days are going to be the red day, some days are going to be the green day. So if I focus on my red day, then eventually I'll be in green. Now we are the beginners, we don't focus of that. Instead of that, we always focus on the green day. So when the green day is coming, we get very happy, and when the red day is started to come, we blow our mind. So in this two part, that means first psychology and second is price action. I'm not going to talk about the price action. I'm going to talk about a part of psychology. The part of psychology, just one part of psychology is FOLT, and that is fear of losing trade. Now, why we actually fear of losing trade? That means what is the reason for fearing losing trade? In my opinion, there is some reason. I will explain them, and please make sure that you are asking yourself that is it matching with your feelings or not. If it match, then watch until the end so that you can overcome the fear. If it doesn't match with your feelings or the way you think when you take the losing trade, then just skip this video. Okay, brothers and sisters, obviously. So the first reason is we always expect to win. Whenever we take an entry, we start to expect this is going to be a winning trade. Always, okay? We are not ready to think that it is going to be a losing trade. We feel like it should be a winning trade. At least I felt like that way at my beginning. Whenever I pushed my button, I was expecting that market is going to hit my target profit. I never expect that market is going to hit my stop loss. Nobody expect that. I agree with you. So this is the first thing you should feel when you start a trade. If it is not match, just skip it. Okay, let's go for the second option. Why we fear of losing trade? Because we don't have the confidence on our strategy. For example, you are an ICT trader, you know 22 YT model perfectly. So after taking the the sell side liquidity, market has given you the market structure sheet, fair value gap, boom. So you are going to take your entry to that fair value gap. This is your strategy. That can be different strategy. It can be breaker block model, or maybe rejection block model, anything, okay? But actually, you always look for some kind of strategy that is going to give you 100% win. That means this 22 YT model, whenever it is appear, it will appear on your chart. You will take 100% winning. You are not you can't think that this strategy or this model is going to crash. It's going to hit your stop loss. You are not ready to think like that. So you actually look for some kind of a strategy that is going to give you 100% winning rate. Okay, every time you will take the entry, it's gonna be the winning trade. In my opinion, that is the second reason of fear of losing trade. Now, the third reason is, in your opinion, trading means winning, only earning the money. In my opinion, okay, at when I was a beginner, in my opinion, trading means winning money, earning money, lot of money. But it's not the real thing. Trading is not only for earning the money. Trading is something that will change you into real you, what you are. It will prove that to you that what you are. How do you think? Are you a greedy person? Are you a fearless person? Or you are an emotional person? Trading will decide who are you really. So in this type of situation, when we think that trading means only the earning money, we start to fear losing money. Last point, we are very emotional. As a human being, it's not a sin to be emotional, but trading is not a place where you can be an emotional person. When we actually add emotion with our trading, it's going to be very difficult for us. If I give you an example, for example, you have an apple, okay, and you are very hungry. Now, you know that if you eat that apple, you will be you'll be okay, okay. You won't feel so hungry then. But if you just someone just take that apple to you, you will be hungry and you won't get anything to eat. Either way, maybe you will die or something like that. So we are very emotional. We don't want to lose that apple because I'm hungry. I need to eat that apple. If I just lose that apple, I will start to think that I'll be very emotional in that type of situation. What is going to happen to me? Am I going to die because I just lose that apple for any kind of reason? We get very emotional over here. But trading is a place where you have to be emotionless. That means in trading language, if you get a winning trade, you can't be very happy because you just hit market has just hit your target profit. You just can't be very happy. When it will hit your stop loss, you just can't be very emotional. Oh man, it just hit my stop loss. No, you have to be emotionless. That means when it hit your stop loss, I don't care. It hit your target profit, I don't care. Something like that. You have to be. You have to be feel like that way. You can't be emotional. In my opinion, this is the reason for the fear of losing trade. Now, let's go about the impact of fear of losing trade. When we actually fear of losing trade, what is the impact that is happening on our trade? First and foremost, this is the obvious thing that is going to happen. If you are really a fearful person of the losing trade, then you will blow your account. Why you will blow your account? The reason is, when you are fear of something that is going to happen again, and again to you. Trust me, brother. Again, and again to you. If you fear of loss, it will keep happening to you. If you fear to take win, you will keep winning, So what we fear most, that happens to us most of the time, 80% of the time. It's proved, okay? If you don't believe me, just go to your paper money and just try to take losing trade, or I mean just feel it. If you really feel like I don't want to hit my target profit, instead of that I want to see that market is going to hit my stop loss with the perfect strategy, you will see that it is going to hit your target profit most of the time, because you're not fear of taking winning trade. But when you are fear of taking losing trade, it is going to happen again, and again with you. At the end of the day, you are going to blow your account. So this is the first impact of fear of losing trade. The second impact is, you start to, I mean, you start to unbelieve your strategy. That means whatever strategy you are following to trade, you start to think that this strategy is not enough. for your trading. So you start to look for another strategy, then another strategy, then another strategy. This is how you can't stay in one strategy and you can't be the master of that strategy. As a result, you will blow your mind, account. The third impact is we lose our confidence. When we take a losing trade, maybe we are okay. Okay, I know that you are a very strong person, so you are not thinking that okay, it's just a loss. You just think like that way. Then another losing trade happen. Now you start to lose your confidence. What I'm doing, it's not right. Well, if it was right, then why it is hitting my stop loss again and again? That means I'm not right. You start to lose your confidence. This is the most dangerous thing of trading. When you start to lose your confidence, you are starting to lose everything. So you can't be confidenceless. You have to be confident. If you think that your psychology is very weak and when you take a losing trade, you start to lose your confidence, then don't trade in that day. I will talk about this when I will talk about the how to overcome the fear of losing trade part. Okay, but make sure that you are not actually losing your confidence. Make sure that if your bias is bullish and you are seeing that market is falling, don't lose your confidence that market is not going toward your direction. When market is going against your direction, you will start to think that okay, market has some unfinished job over there. So when market will finish them, then it will go toward my direction. If it doesn't go to my direction, I'm not going to be confidenceless. Maybe today I just didn't do it right way. Tomorrow I'll be right again. So never ever lose your confidence. Eventually, we actually end up with frustration. Obviously, when the losing trade happens, we get very frustrated. And when actually we blow our account, we get frustrated. When we lose our confidence, we get frustrated. When we don't believe on our strategy, we get frustrated. And frustration always lead you as a ultimate loser. So if you want to be a loser, I really don't have any word to say to you. But if you want to be a professional trader, consistently profitable trader, then you have to understand the part of this impact of fear of losing trade. You just can't let them happen to you. You have to be very strong guy. Very, very strong guy. You have to tell that, no, I'm not going to blow my account. I'm not fear of losing trade. You can't just go one strategy to another strategy. You have to spend at least some times with your strategy until it proves you wrong. In this type of situation, I actually use 100 trades in one strategy. If I see that out of 100 trades on that specific strategy, I get 60% winning rate, I will keep that strategy to me. If it is 50%, I will keep that as my strategy, because 50% winning trade is also going to make you ultimate the profitable trader. Okay, but if I see that it's like 20% time I'm getting the winning trade and 80% time I'm going to get the losing trade, then maybe I will switch to another strategy. But until then, by seeing 1 2 3 4 5 or 6 losing trade, I am not going to change my strategy. Please don't do that. Okay, finally, how to overcome fear of losing trade. FOLT. Is it important, do you think, guys, to think about this losing trade fear? If you really think that trading is losing and winning, you don't care, and you don't feel the way I told about why we fear and what is the impact, you don't feel anything like that, then congratulations, you are on the way of being a professional trader, or a very strong emotionless trader, consistently profitable trader. But if it matches with your feelings, with the thinking, then this is the part where you have to focus. Now I'm going to talk about how to overcome fear of losing trade. The first option is over leverage. Never ever over leveraged. What do I mean by that? For example, now I'm going to actually doing some art. I don't know how is my arting. It's not good, that's for sure. For example, you have 50k account. Okay, so you have a 50k combined account. In 50k combined account, just let me mark it. Okay, so this is 50k combined account. In this 50k combined account, you are allowed to trade maybe maximum 2 contract. Okay, now when you take a losing trade, what you do actually, you do over leverage. That means your maximum contract size is maybe 5 contract. That is the maximum you can take in that specific account. So what you do, you actually take that 5 contract and you want to overcome your loss, the last loss you have taken by that over leveraging thing. Now, why it is impactful? Why you should not over leverage? For example, just let me make it over there. Okay. For example, this is your trade. Okay. You took your entry over there. That is your stop loss. That is your target. Over here, if you take one contract entry, just you have taken one contract entry and it hit your stop loss. Maybe it's 10 handle. Okay. Just for example, this is 10 handle. So you took that 10 handle loss. That means near about, how much is it? $200. After taking that loss, you have seen another setup created over there. Maybe that's a sell setup. Maybe. Okay. So when you have seen that there is a sell setup, the same stop loss, 10 handle stop loss. For example, it is 10 handle stop loss and this is your target. In this type of situation, what you have done, you have actually over leveraged. So out of one handle, one contract, you have taken 5 contract. That means your loss is going to be 5 times bigger than your first entry. So if it hit your stop loss, same stop loss over there, first time you took 200 loss, but this time you are going to take 5 contract. One contract is $20 for Nasdaq. So 5 contract is going to be 5 into 20. I'm sorry for my art. That is $100. Okay, so one handle is going to be your $100 loss. So if it is 10 handle, that means you are going to take $1,000 loss and you will blow your 50k account first day maximum loss limit. But if you think, if you would take one contract each time one contract, then you will have at least 5 more times to mitigate your loss. At least 5 more times before blowing your account. You would get that 5 times. When you actually fear of losing trade, you do this type of things. And when it started to go against your stop loss, then what you do, either you actually start to think that, no, I'm going to blow my account. You start to fear. The fear just come to you. That's why I always told to all of my viewers, don't over leverage. Never ever over leverage. If you over leverage, it's gonna hurt you. You will blow your account. You will blow your mind. You will be useless. Trust me, brother. So please don't over leverage. Never ever. What is the second step? That is stop loss. When you are fear of losing trade, what you do, you actually put your stop loss very small stop loss. That means maybe your stop loss has to be there. So let me mark a line. Maybe your stop loss should be there and you have done some over leveraged entry. Your stop loss should be there. You took over leverage. That means maybe 5 contract, maybe 3 contract. Now what you have to do to minimize your loss, you have to put your stop loss in an illogical place. When you will do that, simply you will get stopped out. You are fearing to lose the trade, but you are making the trade to force you to take a losing trade. So make sure that you are going to put a stop loss in a logical place. Now what if the logical place is too far? If it hit your stop loss, you are going to take maybe $1,000 loss. What you are going to do? You are not going to take that entry. Please don't take that entry, or try to catch lower entry. I mean, when market will come here, then you will take your entry, because in that type of situation, even if you take a loss, then it's gonna be maybe $100-200 loss. It's not wrong, but it's okay with you, with your money management or whatever it is. Okay, so make sure that you always put your stop loss in a logical place. If you see it's more than your expectation, the loss is going to be more than your expectation, you are not going to take that entry. If you can do that, then you will easily avoid you can easily avoid the fear of losing trade, because when your stop loss or your loss is very small, you won't care. You don't care if it hit your stop loss. You are going to take maybe $100 loss, maybe $50 loss. And if you take a $50 loss, you don't care about that. Really? Do you get my point? This is why the stop loss placement is very important. You just don't need to go to every trade. You don't need to go every trade. If you see the stop loss is too big, don't take that entry or try to catch the entry from very near to your stop loss. So you wanted to push your button over there to sell, okay? But your stop loss is too big, don't push your button over there. Instead of that, wait. If market can reach to another level, then try to catch the entry from there to until your stop loss. Either way, you are going to put your entry over there. Maybe later you will just change your intention and you will never take that entry. And it could be a losing trade or it could be a profitable trade. You are not going to take that entry. So make sure that your stop loss placement is in a right place. Okay? Third is trailing stop loss. What is trailing stop loss? You saw that market is going lower. Perfectly, it is going toward your target. Okay, and then finally you saw that market has a retracement. It started to go lower. Then it started to go higher again. Okay, now what do you do in that type of situation? Without any logic, you start to believe the thing because you are fearing of losing trade. So you trail your stop loss too fast. I have this fear. Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, I have this fear. To be honest, I have this fear. You actually trail your stop loss in a place where you should not place it over there right then. You should wait. You should keep your stop loss over there. As you are fearing to lose that trade, you are trailing your stop loss. Now here is the part. As I told, I have the same problem, but I don't trail my stop loss without any logic. So if you don't know why you should trail your stop loss, then don't trail your stop loss. When you take that entry, put your stop loss the same place until you take the partial. If you can take the partial, then maybe you can put your stop loss to the break even. Until then, don't trail your stop loss. This is how you can avoid fear of losing trade. Now, the last option to avoid the fear of losing trade is rush in entry. That means you are thinking that market is going for some kind of buy side liquidity. So you always rush. Oh man, if I miss that opportunity, I'm going to lose that run. So you rush and you take your entry too far. Or maybe you were really so confident that market is actually going to this area. Okay? Market is going that area. But suddenly you are waiting for trading this parabolic, then it will go higher. Market didn't trade that parabolic. Instead of that, it went little higher. So what you do, you actually take your entry over there. Now this is fear of missing opportunity and it is also fear of losing trade. When you take your entry over there, your stop loss should be there maybe. Okay, your stop loss should be there, but you took your entry over there. So why? If you put a stop loss over there, you will start to fear. If it is a losing trade, then I'm going to lose huge money. You start to fear that. And what you do, you put your stop loss maybe just below that fair value over there somewhere. So what market do? Market actually stop you out, then go to your target. That's why never ever rush your trade. Don't rush to take entry. Instead of that, just let it go. If it doesn't provide you the price action you were expecting, don't take that entry. This trading is something like over here, you will keep getting the opportunity. Keep getting the opportunity. Trust me, brother. You don't need to rush for some kind of entry, because if you rush, this fear of losing of trade is going to be bigger for you, because here your stop loss is much more bigger. You are going to take a huge loss. So when market doesn't start to go higher, instead of that, it started to fall a little bit, you started to fear. What is going to happen? Is it going to hit my stop loss? I'm going to take a losing trade. And finally, you end up with a losing trade because of your trailing stop loss, your stop loss placement, or maybe for over leveraged, for anything. Okay, you just end up with a losing trade. This fear of losing trade is extremely important for the beginners. You can't be very emotional over here in this market. This market is emotionless. They don't care about your emotion. You can't just pray to your God. Oh man, oh Allah, oh God, I took that entry. Please give it, give me a winning trade. Please God, just give me one winning trade. This one, please give me that winning trade. No, nothing is working over here. Because this is the place where there is no relationship with anything else. Nothing. It is a place where you have to be emotionless. There is nothing. If you take a losing trade, just let it go as your business. You are doing some business, man. You are not immature. You are a mature guy, okay? You are really a mature guy. So when you are a mature guy, why you are acting like a child? This is your business, man. Take it as a business. If you take it as a business, then you have to pay some cost. For example, I have a shop. Okay, I rent a shop to sell some fruits. I have to pay the rent. This losing trade is your expense. Okay, your expense of your business. You have to pay that. If you ever think that no, I'm never going to pay that rent or that losing trade, nobody's going to give you the shop, right? To rent. Nobody. So you have to accept that. Don't like as a child. You are not a child. You are trading, so you are a mature guy. You are here to earn billion of dollars. So why you are just letting yourself fall into a trap where there is no place for being emotional? Losing trade, red, just let it go. I didn't do over trade. I didn't do over leveraged. I didn't put my stop loss in a very small place. I didn't trail my stop loss without any logic. I didn't rush into this entry. So I was real patience for this trade. I pushed my button in the best way. Now, is it going to give me the profit or is it going to give me the lose? I don't care. Because every single time I'm not going to change my strategy. Instead of that, I'm gonna be very confident with my strategy, with my model, with my everything. I know better than a lot of people. I am gonna be a profitable trader. So I don't give a shit to fear of losing trade. I don't have any fear. I'm fearless. Ask yourself, are you feeling like this way? If you feel like that way, congratulations, brother. You are my brother. But if still you are struggling with your losing trade, make sure that you have watched this video and you have understood this perfectly. It will help you, man. Trust me, to help you to build your own kingdom. Make sure you are working with your psychology. Psychology is the most important part of trading. I promise you, brother, if you can be the master of your psychology, you will be the master of this market. You will be the wizard, real wizard of this market. So guys, that was all for this video. I know it's all about talking, no price action. But at the same time, if it helps you a little bit, don't forget to give me the thumbs up, okay? And make sure that you have subscribed to my channel because I keep uploading a lot of informative videos. So until the next video, cheers.